Hello! In this video we're going to be simplifying radicals. We're going to be using prime factorization to do it. So by definition, finding a square root is finding one of two equal factors. So in other words, what times itself gives you that number? So if I gave you the square root of 4, you'd be saying, okay, what are the two equal factors that multiply to 4? Or what times itself gives you 4? 2 times 2. Well, square root is finding just one of those two equal factors. So just one of those two equal factors, which is 2. If I asked you for the square root of, say, 25, 25 has two equal factors, 5 times 5. So by definition, finding one of those two is 5. Square root of 81. Well, that has two equal factors. 9 times 9 gives you 81. So finding one of those two equal factors is just 9. Square root of 121. That has two equal factors, 11 times 11, and finding just one of those two equal factors is 11. So we're finding one of two equal factors. That's what a square root is. Remember, cube root would be finding one of three equal factors. Fourth root would be finding one of four equal factors. Fifth root would be finding one of five equal factors, and so on. Okay? All right, now based on this, we can use the idea of prime factorization. Hopefully you remember prime factorization trees. So let me just give you an example. 18, here's what you would do. You'd say, okay, well, what multiplies to 18? Maybe you'd say 2 times 9, and then you'd break up the 9 and do 3 times 3, bring this down. So your prime factorization is 2 times 3 times 3. That's prime factorization. I'm essentially going to do the exact same thing. However, you can do it this way as well. It doesn't matter. If you like your tree to look like this, that's fine. I'm going to do it slightly different. Okay, but essentially that's what I'm going to do. Just as a quick review, your prime numbers. Prime numbers are numbers that have exactly two factors. So for example, 2. Only 1 times 2 gives you 2. 3, because only 1 times 3 gives you 3. 5, because only 1 times 5 gives you 5. 7, 11, 13. So those are your prime numbers. Okay, so let's start with 18. So I'm going to do prime factorization. I'm not going to draw our typical tree. Some of you in 6th grade learned it this way anyway, so we'll just work on it this way. So 18, 2 goes into 18 9 times. Now your next prime number that goes into 9 would be 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times. Now I've got all these numbers on the outside, which is great. Okay? Those numbers on the outside should multiply out up to 18, and they do. So now what we need to do is we need to say, okay, if there are two equal factors, we need to take just one of them. So are there two equal factors? And the answer to that is yes. 3 and 3. One of those is just 3. So I found one of two equal factors. So this actually comes on the outside, and since the 2 doesn't have, say, a partner, that stays on the inside. So now I'm going to add a little bit of a story to this to see if it makes it help a little. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to pretend that all these numbers that multiply up to 18 are in jail. They're in jail, right? They all came from underneath the radical, so they're trapped underneath the radical. Those poor people. So they are trapped under the radical, and now in order to get free, you have to have a partner. You have to have an equal partner. The only problem is only one of you will be able to go free. The other one will just disappear. Very, very sad, but it works. So let's take a look at 96. We're going to do the prime factorization of 96. So I'll try with my prime numbers here. Prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7. You don't usually have to go that far. All right, it's an even number. I always start with 2. Always start with 2, then go to 3, then go to 5, then go to 7. Okay, 2 goes in there. Now, you may want to, you don't have to, but you may want to have a calculator handy to help you. So I could do 96 divided by 2, and that's 48, which is also even. So we can do this again. Divide by 2, and that gives me 24. Divide that by 2, that gives me 12. Divide that by 2, that gives me 6. Divide that by 2, that gives me 3. And I'm done. And I just stop with that last prime number there. So now all of those numbers on the outside, they're all in jail. Okay? So if they're all in jail, in order to go free, you have to have a partner. Yay, these two are going to buddy up. They're identical, they're going to buddy up, but only one of them is going to be able to exist. Only one of them. So one of them gets freed. So this 2 gets freed. These two are going to buddy up. One of those can go free. Now, these two are not identical. They're not 2 equal factors, so neither one of them can go free. So ultimately what you have is on the outside, you have 2 times 2, they've been freed, and you have the 2 and the 3 who are still in jail. So your final answer is 4 radical 6. Let's try it again. Best way to get this is to just do a bunch. Okay, so 180. I'm going to go with my prime numbers here. It's even, so 2 goes in there 90 times. 2 goes in there again. It's even 45 times. 3 goes in there 15 times. 3 goes in there again 5 times. You want these numbers on the outside to be prime. They have to be prime. Okay? So those of you who are looking at the 45 and you want to say 9, 9's not prime. Okay? You want to use prime numbers to see what goes in. Okay. All of these numbers on the outside, from the 2 all the way down to the 5, just the numbers on the outside, they want to go free. They want to get out of jail. But to get out of jail, you have to have a partner, an identical partner. So these two are going to buddy up, but again, only one will be able to go free. These two are going to buddy up, but only one will be able to go free. And this poor 5 down here doesn't have a partner. So 5's going to stay in jail, and the 2 and the 3 are going to stay out. They've been freed. So your final answer is 6 radical 5. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to do a few more to help you feel comfortable with it. So we have 252, and we're going to do the prime factorization. So 2 goes in there, let's see, 2 goes into 2 once with nothing left over. 2 goes into 5 twice with 1 left over. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So 126, which is even. So 2 goes in there, let's see, 2 goes into 12 6 times, 2 goes into 6 3 times. Alright, 63 is not even, but I'm pretty sure that 3 goes in there. 3 goes into 6 twice, 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 21 7 times, and I am done. So all these numbers on the outside, all are in jail and all want to go free. To be able to go free, you have to have an identical partner. So a 2 can go free. These 3's are identical partners. A 3 can go free. This poor 7 here at the bottom, this poor 7's still stuck in jail. So 2 and 3 have both been freed, and 7 stays under the radical. So your answer is 6 radical 7. Now I'll tell you why I like this method. The method that I taught you before was to see what perfect squares go into, say, 252. What's the biggest perfect square that goes into 252? Well, that would have been 36. So it would have been the square root of 36 times the square root of 7. And that would have given you 6 radical 7. And that would have been fine. You can do it that way. However, for some people, remembering what the perfect squares are is difficult. And when the numbers get large like this, and you know numbers can be even larger than this, it gets a little tricky. So this prime factorization method is great because it always works. All right, 384. It's an even number. So 2 goes in there. Let's see, 2 goes into 3 once with 1 left over. 2 goes into 18 9 times. 2 goes into 4 twice, so 192. That's even, so 2 goes in there again. So 2 goes into 19 9 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 12 6 times. That's a little hard to read. That doesn't look like 96, does it? All right, 2 goes into 9, because this is even again. 2 goes into 9 4 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 16 8 times. We're even again. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 8 4 times. Even again. 2 goes in there 12 times. Even again. 2 goes in there 6 times. And 2 goes in there 3 times. Oh my goodness, that's quite the list. Okay, so all these numbers on the outside, they're all in jail. To go free, you have to have a partner, an equal partner. So those two have a partner, one can go free. Those two have a partner, one can go free. Those two have a partner, one can go free, and those two cannot partner up together because they're not the same. So on the outside, you have 2 times 2 times 2. And still in jail would be the 2 and the 3. So we multiply those to give you 8 radical 6. All right, let's keep it going. 150. It's even. So I'm going to divide that by 2, and what is it, 75? Let's see. 3 goes in there 25 times. 5 goes in there 5 times. Okay, to go free, you have to have a partner. No partner for the 2, no partner for the 3, but the 5s. So one of those 5s can go free. So it ends up being 5, and still in jail would be the 2 and the 3. So this would be 5 radical 6. Let's do 2 more to make sure you have this. Change my pen color so you don't get confused. So 112. I think I'll do this right here. 112. Let's see, 2 goes in there. Let's see, 2 goes into 11 5 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 12 6 times, so that's 56. 2 again. 2 goes into 5 twice with 1 left over. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 2 goes in there 14 times. 2 goes in there 7 times. Okay, to go free, you have to have a partner. Okay, so one of these 2's can go free. One of these 2's can go free, but the 7 stays in jail. So 2 times 2 is on the outside, and the 7 is still in jail, so this is 4 radical 7. Okay, last one, and then you're going to be trying this on your own. And if you want, pause the video, try it on your own, and then turn the video back on to see if you got it right. Okay, so here we go, 294. It's even, so 2 goes in there. So 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 9 4 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 14 7 times. Let's see, I'm not sure. Where's that calculator? Let's get that out. 147. Let's see if 147 is divisible by 3. Oh, it is. So 3 goes in there 49 times. And I know that that's a perfect square. 3 does not go in there. 5 doesn't go in there. 7 goes in there. 7 goes in there 7 times. Okay, so to be able to go free, you have to have a partner. These two are partners, so one of those can go free. And unfortunately, the 2 and the 3 are still in jail. So our final answer is 7 radical 6. Okay, so good luck to you. You have a few more questions to try. Now, I will tell you that when you get to your practice today, you can try this method. If you absolutely hate this method and prefer the one in the previous lesson, then just keep using the one in the previous lesson. If you like this better than yesterday's lesson, then use this method. You can pick one or the other. I'll be honest with you, I use both. For the small numbers, I use my prime factorization trick from yesterday. For bigger numbers, I will use this method, the method of prime factorization. Pick one or use both of them. It's completely up to you. So when you do your homework, do it any way you want to do it. Good luck!